me turn this down. Oh, another day at the lumberyard. I'm in a different truck today because mine broke last weekend. They had a mechanic come out and look at it, and he deadlined the truck because the whole dashboard over the years has been cracking and there's been pieces falling off of it. But the main problem with it is right over here where you see that panel right there. Well, that panel it just fell right off a couple years back. I tried taping it back on and everything and eventually just said screw it. So I left it off, and the fuse panel that's underneath it started kind of jumping around just because the truck jumps around a lot. And I guess the mounting brackets that hold that fuse panel in place are all plastic. So little by little they started breaking off until eventually there was no more mounting brackets in there that you could screw into. So after it was jumping around all those times, it started having electrical issues because it started pulling wires out of the back of it. So lights were going out, it was having some issues staying running. And eventually the mechanic came over, he said, yeah, we can't let you drive this anymore. So he's got to replace the entire dashboard and rewire the entire dashboard, and then replace and rewire the whole fuse box. Because those suckers in there, they were getting hot. I'd start it up in the morning and the lights and all would work just fine. But then after a couple hours, the lights would stop working. I didn't have any tail lights, didn't have any headlights, nothing. And it's because those relays in there that control the headlights and all, and the blinkers and everything, they would get so hot that they would stop working. So he told me, all right, yeah, I'll get some relays for you, some new ones, because we thought that was the issue. But in the meantime, he just gave me some stronger fuses, and it worked. But eventually it got to the point he said it wasn't safe to drive anymore. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm in a little backup truck. And this thing isn't all that great. It's kind of herky-jerky, and it's not the worst backup truck we've had. But it's the one weird thing about it is the air conditioner works. You look at this truck and you don't expect a whole lot to work. But of all things, the air conditioner works. And that'll come in handy later today because it's supposed to be 84 degrees. So that air conditioner will be pretty nice. But that's not the main reason for this video. Today's not just any regular day here at the lumberyard. Today happens to be my last day. Getting out of the lumber business because here at this lumberyard there's been a few problems, and some of the things that are just outside of my control. So I figured the best option for me is to find somewhere else. So after 5 years of working here, I'm moving on. I will be going over to a trucking company that's not too far down the road, and I'll be hauling asphalt for the road crews, sand and gravel. That's what the owner said. It's a nice little smaller operation. I try to stay away from corporate companies because corporate companies don't give two craps about you. They don't know your name. They don't care what's going on in your life. You're just a number. And if their paycheck, the boss's paycheck goes down any amount, he'll just start cutting numbers off because corporate companies don't care about you. That's been my experience when I was working for corporate operations. This one here is he's got 65 trucks, so it's a little bigger than the lumberyard. But as far as I know, it's just that one location. Started up by one guy 30 some odd years ago. Should be a good opportunity. I made sure that they had the hours that I need, because I've heard of a lot of companies, yeah, they pay you really good, but there's not always work. To where, during the warm months, you're working a lot, getting a ton of hours, tons of money. But then during the winter, you're laid off for 3 months just sitting at the house. And that's not something I can do. It'll only take one time before I quit there, if that's what they do. But he said they get a good consistent 60 to 70 hours a week, so that works out. Should be pretty good. There's no returns, because right now that's pretty much one of the worst things of the job, is when these builders are done building all these houses, they have lumber that's left over that they didn't use. And so us drivers, we got to go out and we've got to pick up that extra lumber and take it back to the yard. You got to go out there and hand load all the lumber, and a lot of times it's just in a giant pile. Or we do a lot of returns on rainy days because people start canceling their loads. And so we need something to fill the time, so we just do nothing but returns, and you're slopping through the mud, you're fighting everything, it's raining, everything's covered in mud and waterlogged, and it's heavy. It's just a big pain in the butt. So this place doesn't have any returns as far as I know. Hold on a second. Sorry, had to move the phone. Coming up on my exit, had to downshift and all that stuff. But, like I was saying, I've been here a while. It's going to be weird to not be here anymore. Because I've been here coming up on 5 years. And there's been a lot that's happened here. So even though I'm leaving the job, it's kind of like I'm leaving behind some special little place. So at this place, I kind of turned my life around a little bit when I was here, because I started out being a pretty annoying alcoholic. Managed to turn myself around and clean my life up at this place. I got married while I was here. Both of my kids were born while I was here. Bought my first house while I was here. Made some good friends. Now I'm kind of having to leave that behind. I'll still have the memories, but yeah, just kind of one of those bittersweet things. You think, yeah, cool, I'm getting a new job, it's going to be a little better. But you don't usually think about all the memories until right before you're gone. So that'll be a little bittersweet moment. But it's on to bigger and better opportunities. I try to better stuff all the time. If you got a problem, fix it. If there's a better opportunity, I'm not one of those guys that likes change. I hate change. I'm a routine-oriented person. I like to know what's going on. I like everything to be pretty much the same way all the time. But the only way to find out if something's going to work or not is to give it a shot. So that's what I'm doing. And I didn't just walk in this morning and tell them, hey, I'm taking another opportunity. I'll see you later. This is my last day. You got to give them a 2 weeks notice, because that's just the right thing to do. Even though the employer may screw you. I've had times where that's happened, where I went in and told the employer, said, hey, I got a better opportunity. I appreciate you letting me work here. I'm going to have to put in a 2 weeks notice. And they waited till the end of the day and fired me. Which I got a big problem with that. Because, hey, I did my side. I did my part. I did the right thing to let you know that I was giving you 2 weeks notice so you could have time to find somebody, train them up. That way it's kind of a seamless transition. Nah, and you're just going to try to screw me? I wasn't too happy about that, but they appreciated that I gave them a 2 weeks notice, and I'm leaving on a good terms. So that's good. But I'll let you know how the new company goes. Should be pretty nice. They pride themselves on having well-maintained vehicles. It's a nice deal, because there's not a whole lot that's maintained in the lumberyard. Pretty much how it goes for everybody but the boss's truck. If your truck has an issue, they say, well, park it and jump into this crappy backup truck. and we'll fix your truck at some point. He's not really in any big hurry. So you're stuck driving some crappy other truck that's probably going to break down on you until yours is eventually fixed. And either they say to park it and drive a different truck, or I've been told before, well, just drive it till it blows. And we've had people that had to do that. And instead of paying a couple $100 for a tow bill, they said, well, just drive it till it blows and then bring it back. And that turned into like a $5,000-$6,000 rebuild on that engine. So it's kind of a dumb move, I think. But this place, they have their trucks well maintained, and I found out the shop that they use to work on their trucks, my little brother works at that shop, so I know my trucks will be in good hands. The owner just told me he bought 12 new trucks, so I'll probably be getting into a new truck. He said they like to keep up with the current technology and safety requirements, so that's good. It's just always nice. It's just less things to worry about if you get pulled over by DOT. If you know, hey, my truck's new, nothing's broke, it's got all the safety equipment, all the paperwork's in order, I got nothing to worry about. It's nice to not have to worry about things. So, I know it's kind of a longer video, but I haven't made one in a while, so I figured I'd update. HHW is going pretty good. Sales are a little slow right now. Got a good sale yesterday, because while I was out cutting some oak and all at a job site, I came across some hickory and some black cherry. Not a whole lot, just enough for 3/4 of a pickup load. And people have been selling that on Craigslist, I've seen. They sell it for $1, $1.25 a pound. Well, I'm not into all that. That's just a lot more hassle. You got to section it up, and you've got this pile that you're trying to sell little by little. I do firewood, not smoking wood. So this stuff is pretty much just in my way. So I gave a guy a good deal. He got a good deal. And I sold him, it was a good, I'd say 300-400 pounds worth of black cherry and hickory split for $100. So he got a good deal on it. It got the wood out of my way. And as a bonus, he uses that smoking wood for charity events. He takes his smoker out to Children's Mercy Hospital, or just charity events like that. He'll smoke up a bunch of meat and give it away to people. So that's a real nice guy right there. So it's kind of a win-win all around. So I'm gonna keep on working. HHW is doing pretty good. I got more wood to split at the house. So I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all be good.